So, I want to talk a little bit about Filipino education. The reason I want to talk about Filipino education is the reason I like it. Probably the number one is these teachers are really, really dedicated to what they do. They have a modest income and they are always, always concerned with their children. They're always talking to you back and forth. Unlike when I was in the States, it just seemed like they were always striking, asking for more money, asking for raises, and the concerns weren't always about the kids. It was about agendas, it was about politics. It just seemed very odd. But the other cool thing about the education here in the Philippines is they still include things like religion. And even though I'm not a big religious guy, religion can actually help people to have better manners. They actually teach values as a class. They actually teach manners. Even though the parents do these things, they're reiterating them. They teach music. They teach so many different. They have their history and a world history. I mean, they teach a lot of subjects. They teach not only in Tagalog, but they teach in English. So virtually, so many children coming out of these schools, they're already multilingual. So, a lot of people will say, well, what big is that? Well, that means if they want to become trilingual, that they have a better chance because they understand how to learn more than one language, first of all. Me, I have enough problems with English, let alone Tagalog. And I try with Tagalog, but the truth is, it's tough. So, all of my children, they already know English and Tagalog. And one of my children knows English, Tagalog, and some Chinese. So they have the world open to them. And for Filipinos, they can go anywhere in the world with confidence and believe that they'll be able to learn the language, learn the culture, and I think it's due to this great education system. They're not worried about kicking people out of school as much as trying to keep them in. And that's a big thing for me. So when I see these educators, right, they do their best with a minimal amount of cash. And that creates community, where the community is not being asked to be taxed more, where they're actually just pitching in. They're coming into these teachers and they're saying, how can we help? So they have same thing as America. They have these mini PTAs, but each and every class has one of these mini PTAs. So and they expect each parent to get involved with the education of their children. So it's kind of neat that not only are the parents invested, the teachers are invested, and the government's invested at the same time. So I sent my kids to public school here on purpose, and I think that's because Filipino teachers that are in public schools are really, really educated, and they do a great job. And so far, they've got one of my children. She's already getting ready for her senior year next year, and she will be an RN. And so when we talk about education differences between here and the United States, the biggest differences are mainly that it's all about education. Yes, they teach about religion, but that is also education. So there is no agendas, there's no nothing. It's just they want to teach the children. And so that's why I really love the Filipino. And plus, they do a great job on my kids. And my kids are very respectful, down to earth, and they're great kids. So the biggest differences, like I said, was strikes and things like that. And the kids here are really, they can go to their teacher and talk to them. As a parent, I can talk to the principal if I want. I can talk to the teachers if I want. I can talk to teachers' assistants. I can walk onto the school's grounds and as long as the guard is there and I come at the appropriate time, there's no issues or something like that, and I can walk my kids home. So, yeah, there is a big difference. The education here, it doesn't cost as much. It's very affordable. And I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go around the world, there always seems to be some Filipinos, they might be in a hospital for nursing, a lot of professional degrees and non-professional jobs, right, all over the world. So I think you Filipinos have made it clear that their education system works. So from Filipino Joe to you, have a nice day.